Hi, so I'm back, and I don't want to get caught up too long with this part too. But so yes, I married my husband November 10th, 2017, and the purpose of me coming to New York was to take over New York. I was going to come to New York and be a badass attorney slash writer. I'm the author of 7 books. Um, and I was going to come here and continue that work. I had just passed the bar, but I wasn't able to swear in. So I was like, I'm still going to, I didn't swear in until last year, June. So I was like, I'm still going to come here and tackle this city, do what I need to do. But when I moved here, I moved to the worst section of the Bronx that one could move to. So my husband met me at the trifecta of it was like the holy grail, the holy three things came together. My environment was disruptive. Internally, I was struggling with where I wanted to be, how I wanted to place myself. So it was an internal struggle, environmental struggle, and physically, I was had started an antidepressant, Seroquel, that was just packing the pounds on me. So I was struggling with self perception physically, emotionally, and my environment. So it was a trifecta of turmoil that I wanted to give away. So my husband offers this to me. It I didn't really consider the consequences or the impact of my decision to marry this man when he presented. The narcissist mask is not always completely on, because my husband, he would tell me things that would be kind of concerning, and I would like, And I'll give you an example. Like after the first time we slept together, I didn't hear from him for 2 weeks. And that bothered me. And I remember him sending him that message I told you guys back. You go your way and I go my way. And and he told me later that that message scared him. After we were married, and I said, "What did you think when I sent you that message?" But in reality, I think it scared him because he was like, "I have a good source of supply. I don't want to lose it." you know and so how the abuse with the slowly unfolded in the home, it wasn't really until the 6th month of being married. Even though he had gotten the number of this woman, I had called the woman's number. It was probably about the second or third week of marriage, and the woman's boyfriend called me back. And I remember saying to the woman's boyfriend, "Oh, did you know your woman is out here leaving her phone number for men in bars?" And that man was like, "Yeah, and your husband called her." And I had an opportunity to leave then, but the trauma bond had already begun. So when you confront the narcissist, what you do is you kind of like put them on notice, like, let me be more careful. Because after that, there was never, there would be signs, but my husband would cover them up. He always had a good explanation, and he always carried himself in such a manner that I would have never, through all his cruelty, I don't know why I always never checked the box for infidelity. I actually found out about my husband's current mistress after I left the home. I left our home on October, the end of October, because the mental and emotional abuse had gotten so bad. And I went complete no contact. But around December 31st, I was so sad. And I did something you guys should never do. I looked at his social media, and I saw that he had posted a video of him playing pool. And I said, this is unlike all the rest of his other posts, all these other posts of him working out. And something in my insight said, this is him on a date, but he doesn't want to say it's a date. And he had hashtagged it, having a good time with good company. And I said, if he's on a date, the woman who he has liked the date with will have liked this comment, will have liked this post. And there were only 11 likes underneath the post. And I went under the post and I looked who liked it. And my heart just knew. It was this one woman. And I'm going to say her name, Jolene Allison. I'm going to say her name. Why? Because this woman, she always knew about me for quite some time. She knew about me for quite some time. And how I found out, that's a whole nother story. Um, and I didn't think it was the woman my husband was seeing, because this was a blonde hair, blue eyed, skinny, older looking woman. But when I went to her page, he had liked all of her posts and she had liked all of his. And my heart just knew. And I said, not only am I in this situation being abused, and I have been giving him, that's another thing, we'll get into the financial abuse. I've been giving him the rent money and he's not paying the rent. And I'm on the verge of eviction. I mean, I'm telling you, and now the depths of deception goes, and you're sleeping with somebody. And why does it matter that he was sleeping with a white woman? Because this is something my husband would always be like. African men marry black women and leave them for white women, and I could never do it. And for me, I felt fundamentally betrayed on another level, that everything you presented to me, all your philosophies, they were never true. Right? Did you ever even find me beautiful? 2 weeks ago, I got an email from her and she said, "This is my king. This is my king now, and you need to take responsibility on why your relationship failed." And I feel like, so now you've joined him in the campaign of why I should be abused and why should I have to explain myself to his mistress. So many feelings, right? So much betrayal. And I just wanted to disappear. I wanted to disappear off social media when I found out that him and his mistress had been looking at, because I blocked him on Facebook. I blocked him on everything. But when I found out who she was, quite naturally, I wanted to go to her Facebook, and she had me blocked. How do you have me blocked? And I just found out who you are. So you've known about me for some time. And when I did my research, they've been liking each other's posts since 2021. And I remember there was a time when I found a blonde hair in my home, and I was like, this is crazy. But every time I would come to my husband, it would be, no, no, you're the problem. It's not me. It was just a litany of always why I'm the problem, right? When I felt like not only is there financial abuse, emotional abuse, an incident of physical abuse, but now there's the infidelity. It was like a witch's brew of horror, a house of horrors. And then you have another woman on top of it telling you you're a failure as a wife. You're a failure. The last thing my husband said to me is, if it doesn't work out with her, I'm going to come back to you, because you know what? You can't live without me. And he said, you're trash. And I said, when you met me, I was all of that. I am all of that. He said something about my age, like, you're going to be 55. And I said, I'm 54. And how am I dead now? How am I trash now? How am I nothing now? When I'm the one that helped you to get your green card, that helped you in this country, that went to Africa with you, met your family, loved on your family. By the way, his mistress was also, I believe, in Africa while I was there in Africa. So that's another betrayal, right? So now I am determined to be visible and to live, because my message is, you did not kill me. I am alive. I am thriving. I'm going to continue to grow and be beautiful in spite of this. I don't really care too much about what's going on with him and his mistress, because then that makes my story about them, and my story is about me. My story is about me getting and moving past this. But I did along the way ask for so many people just to hear me, believe me, see me. I deserve visibility and I deserve justice. I am not nothing. I am not trash. I am to be believed. What did Martin Luther King say about the arc of justice being long? That's what I wanted to say. Did learning about the affair hurt? Not necessarily because I wanted him, but because, and this too, and this too. So there was nothing that was real, not even from day one. Was I even real? Was I even real? All right, I'm gonna go on and have my day. Honey, I ain't no Risa Tisa. I can't do 50 parts. I gotta prepare. I got a trial coming up in July. Um, and I gotta get these nails done. I know y'all done seen them. All right, God bless. Pray for me. I'm gonna pray for you. I can do this. I can do this. And you can do it too. Bye.